Hi everyone, we're gonna go over the frozen drink machine instructions on how you are going to work your equipment. So this is how the frozen drink machine will come when you pick up your item or if it is delivered. You first want to get your instructions out. These will be placed where the lights are. This is gonna tell you how you're supposed to mix all of your drink mix and how you will use the frozen drink machine. Next, you're gonna want to plug in your lights. So what you'll do is you'll lift up here, turn them around, place them on top, and then you will use this cord and plug it in to the outlet. If they do not turn on, you do want to wiggle them just a little bit, just to make sure they're secure, and then it will turn on. So you'll do that to both sides. Plugging it in, making sure it's secure, and then you want to make sure when you're plugging in your machine that it is plugged into a direct outlet into the wall. So now that you have it all placed and ready, we would want to turn on the machine here to make sure the lights are working and everything is how it needs to be. As far as getting the machine, you want to make sure that your equipment here is pushed all the way back to the seals. This is how it should come. The only reason it wouldn't come like this if you were needing it transported and it is needing to be removed. So it should be pushed all the way back to the very back so that nothing spills out and around. And then you also want to make sure that this black button is pushing out to show that it is fully placed where it needs to be and is seated in the right spot. Now I'm going to show you what you would do if the container is not seated correctly. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off so that way we can show you. So what would happen if it isn't seated correctly is it would look just like this, to where the seal is obviously not pushed all the way and the button is still out here. You can see there's even a lip here. You do not want to put any liquid in here when it's sitting like this. You always want to make sure that it is pushed all the way in, and you can do this by pushing up and down to make sure that it is seated correctly. Okay, I'm now going to show you how to put the drip tray onto your machine. It will come with your machine, but it will come in a plastic bag underneath the machine. So what you'll do is you'll take this part of the drip tray and you will line it up with the two metal spots that are underneath. And you want to make sure that they are flush up against it, and you will push that right in, and it should sit perfectly there and feel secure. Then you're going to want to take this piece and put it right on top. It won't line up exactly, but it will be there for any drips that happen. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure your machine is on. Everything is preset. So if for some reason your screws aren't turning, you would come over to the left side and you can change it and make sure it's either on. You can turn it off. This will only do the left side if you wanted to stop letting it run, or you can put it back on to make sure that it runs as well. You can do the same thing on the right side as well. As far as the ice button, you want to make sure that it should already be preset to left ice, and that means that it is going to be icing your machine and your mix that is inside. To ensure that your frozen drink machine is not leaking, you're going to want to remove the top and pour water in to the machine on both sides, and you want to make sure that the water goes past the turning screw in the center to make sure that the water isn't leaking from the faucet or the back of the machine. To drain that water, you want to make sure that you push these faucets down, get all the water out before putting your mix or anything in to the machine. Okay, your frozen drink machine will come with a cart, cups, and your two mixing jugs for your two sides of your frozen drink machine. The jugs are used for your drink mix, your water, and your alcohol if you choose. The instructions will also tell you the right amount that you'll be using per side. You want to make sure though that you follow the instructions on the jug to put the right amount of water in your jug. After you mix, you want to make sure you give it a good shake to make sure that everything is mixed, the concentrated is mixed, and you want to go ahead, remove the lid, pour it in with the machine off. Okay, the very last step after you've put your mix into your machine is you want to turn the machine on. You want to make sure that your machine is running for at least an hour and a half would be great. And if you start running low and you decide to add more mix, you do need to allow time to let it freeze as well so that it comes out as a slushy instead of just liquid. Thank you for watching our instruction video on our frozen drink machine. And just know, if you have any problems at all, you can call our 24/7 answering service. You can call 806-641-1740, and we can make sure that you have everything that you need to make sure your frozen machine works.